Hey everyone! Today we're going to be building microgreens. So you guys should all have a kit like this. And today we're going to need 2 fluid ounces of water, a cup to grow them in, 1 ounce of seeds that's already measured out. I just have it measured out in this cup, a fork to fluff, and some soil packets that came with the kit. And for the seeds, you should have gotten a little baggie in the kit. We just measured them out to be 1 fluid ounce, so it's easier for today. All right, let's get started.
So to get started, so if you guys want to follow along, you guys have a set of directions in your kit. To get started, we're going to take 2 soil pellets and we're going to put them into one of our cups. So here we go. Here we have 1. Come closer to the camera. And now we have 2. All right, so now we have 2, and these are pretty cool because once you add water, these actually turn into your soil. So we're gonna pour 2 fluid ounces. So here I have about 8, but I'm gonna go down to the 6 mark. Let's see, a little more. It's pretty cool because now we put that in, and then it says if it needs a little more, if it looks dry, we can add a little more. And I think that that's a good time to take the fork, give it a little bit of distribution, get it in the water, and then we just let it sit for 2 minutes. And once you give it 2 minutes to sit, we're going to take our fork. It's going to be the waiting game. If it looks a little dry, maybe you can add a little more water.
I set a timer for 2 minutes.
Perfect. Now once we hit that 2-minute mark, we can use our fork to fluff. In the meantime, we forgot to introduce ourselves, so I just want to say I'm Claire, and I have volunteered with Week 1 in the past. This is...
Hi, I'm Brianna, and I'm from Sibling Camp.
I figured we should introduce, we have some familiar faces, but introduce yourselves. All right, oh yeah.
Good call. My bad, I forgot. Sorry, guys.
All good. Oh, is your soil fluffing up?
Yeah, it's getting really big. If you guys can see this at all.
Yeah, it's actually, I thought maybe like it wasn't going to do much after the first 30 seconds.
It like blew up.
Yeah, it really is. It's absorbing all the water. So, like they said, if you need to add a little more than 2 ounces, I think that's good. Once we hit that 2-minute mark, we're going to fluff it. And another cool thing is they came with these little chalkboard stickers. If you guys want to stick them on, it came with a piece of chalk. You can label your microgreens. You can put the little stickers on. Grab that piece of chalk it came with and write whatever you want here. Maybe I'll write, it's a little line, but I'll write.
Yeah, it's kind of small. You have to write tiny.
Can do. There we go. All right. There's mine.
Okay. We have about 15 more seconds left for the soil. It's a waiting game.
It's waiting. It's exciting.
Okay, the timer just went off, so we can start fluffing.
We can fluff, and when they say fluff, I think they want us to just kind of, you know, pick it apart. I'm no expert, but I think that I feel like this is a fluff. Okay. Once you have that accounted for, this part might get a little bit messy because we want to remove 1 tablespoon of this soil now. So if you want to use one of the other cups in the meantime, and if you're using all 3 right now, that's great. You can totally be doing all 3 at once. But if you want to use one, we're going to take a tablespoon, which is about the size of a spoon. You're going to pick up that amount of soil, and you're just going to set it aside for now, somewhere where you can access it later. Now you have like a little hollow shape in the top of your pot. And what you want to do is you want to, on the top, we're going to put some of our seeds. So Brianna already has hers measured out. I do not. We're gonna try and they want us to cover it with 1 teaspoon of the seeds on top of here. So I am going to over here measure out my teaspoon and sprinkle them. Maybe evenly distributing them so they don't all bump into each other when it's time to grow, because for those of you who don't know, microgreens they grow very closely to each other. So lots of seeds, put our teaspoon in, and from there, we're gonna take that soil that we just put aside. The seeds almost just spilled all over. Let's see, pick that up.
It's so messy.
They are so messy and they're so little. And here, so once you get your seeds in, you can take that soil and make sure you cover up those little seeds so that they're below the surface. That 1 tablespoon of soil is going to go on top. And we can pat it down, make sure they're covered nicely.
Yeah, so it should just look like a flat layer of soil now, guys. You shouldn't be able to see any seeds. And it's okay if you can still see seeds, just take some soil from right next to it and shove it over top.
Mine's looking like this. How does yours look, Brianna?
Pretty much the same.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so now the really cool thing, we didn't really tell you much about this, but the really cool thing about microgreens is that they grow pretty fast. So you don't have to sit and wait for so long. These will, in the next couple of days, these will be spotting up like crazy. And they say within 10 days, you'll have harvest of your microgreens, which will be really cool. So with that, there's some care tactics that you need for the next 10 days in order to get those greens to grow. And Brianna's gonna help us out with that.
Yeah, so now we're at the part in the instructions where we're gonna place our cup in a sunny window. So just like any other plant, microgreens are gonna need a lot of sun to grow. So make sure you have a nice sunny window where they're getting direct sunlight and it's not too hot for the microgreens. And then it's also important to make sure that the microgreens are getting water. They need water to survive. You wanna spray the microgreens so that they're a little bit wet. So it's wet to the touch, but you don't, kind of like it is right now. It's a little bit damp, it's wet to the touch, but you don't wanna do it so that it's soaking. So if you see puddles of water, then that's probably a little bit too much and you can go a little bit lighter next time. So just letting the water mist on there and getting it a little bit wet, and then they should be ready to harvest in about 10 days. And the cool thing about these too is you can eat them and they're packed with nutrients. So yeah, you can grow them and then eat them. Just make sure you wash them off if you're gonna eat them.
Yeah, so hopefully that's something fun. We miss you guys. We wish we could be doing this with you guys at camp this year. But in the meantime, hopefully you guys are growing some really cool things at your house. And the reason that we thought this was a really good idea for you guys is because it's something you'll be able to start in the beginning of the camp week. Maybe if you start it early Monday, and by Friday you'll start to see some progress, and it'll be something you can leave virtual camp with this year and take and have as a memory of camp. So that was the thought behind this. So hopefully you guys get to enjoy it. It makes you think camp. Because we're missing you guys.
Yeah, we miss you guys so much. Hopefully next year we'll be able to do camp in person, but hopefully you guys enjoy this. And if you mess up with the first one, it's okay, because there's extra seeds and extra soil, so you can just do it in the next boxes. Or you could just do it for 3 full weeks, so you know, it's up to you. But yeah, we miss you guys so much. We really hope that you enjoy your microgreens and get something cool out of this. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.